Welcome back, guys. Today we're feeding cows. Right now the payload is putting in the last 1,000 or 2,000 pounds of silage. We got the 4955 on the mixer over here, and then the 4630 is on the other mixer right now. He's just kind of sprinkling it in, or shaking it, I guess. He doesn't want to go over when we're doing this. So once he gets this in, we'll put the weigh in and go dump it then. Alright, so this is where we put our weigh in. So we got a pump, and then the weigh will come out up there. The weigh is stored in these big green tanks. So we're going to turn it on then. Pulling up to do carts. He just kind of drives up next to the cart and sets down the conveyor. Now we just got to move it over a little. There. We gotta do about 2,000 pounds for carts. So the carts are for these cows in here. This is just kind of our sick pack or special needs group, I guess. It depends. Sometimes there's a few more, a few less, so we'll kind of change how much they need. So, alright, so. So we just kind of wheel the cart in here, or pull it in here, I guess. And then I think each side will get roughly 2, depending on how many cows are in here. So, and then they'll start eating off like this, but later we'll take a shovel and kind of spread it out more evenly. So, yeah, you can see they're kind of coming over here for feed now. They like the fresh stuff, so. So now this cart goes to this side. So if you're wondering why we use the carts, it's because there's no other way to get a mixer in here. So we just gotta do this little thing with carts, and then the rest of our cows, they're fed just the normal way. You just drive in the barn and dump it out in front of them, kinda. So. So now we just fill the cart up, and then that way, at tonight, they might run out of feed a little. So then we'll just dump this cart in front of them. Then they'll have more feed so they can get next morning. Alright, so right now I'm in the payloader. We're about to fill a milk cow load. So usually what we'll do is we'll start with this premix, which is just dry corn, exceller meal, and protein. I think it takes about a little over 4,000 pounds of this for a 20,000 pound load. Usually 20,000 pounds for a normal feed, like feed TMR or whatever. Usually that's all we'll fill at 20,000 or so. Otherwise it starts to get too full and it won't mix very well. Alright, so right now we're just coming up on the mixer. We usually like to go for the center. That way, since it's a 2-screw mixer, or twin screw I guess, when we go up, we usually like to keep the feed in the center mostly. That way both screws are able to grab at it, mixes it more evenly, I guess. Alright, so right here's our hay bunker. We're just gonna go grab some alfalfa out of here. We just we push a pile into the center, and then we can just grab from that pile. It kind of speeds some stuff up. I explained more in my facing video, so check that out if you didn't. I'm not exactly sure how much of this we need, but usually it's around 2 buckets. So alright, so before I dump the hay in, what I gotta do is zero it, which we just use this remote and push this button on here. So we just kind of go like that, and we try and aim it at the scale. Sometimes we have bad reception with this. This time we didn't, so it went right away. We need about 2,300 pounds of this stuff, or of this hay. Try and center it a little more. There. All right, so we just kind of. I know there's not 2,300 pounds in this bucket, just based on mixing past days. So I'll just dump the whole thing in. Yep. See, I need about 800 pounds more. All right, so you can see I got it down to about 4 to -1 pounds. I can just hit accept in here. So now I have to put silage in. Usually after we get the hay in, so I can start mixing, is we'll turn on the mixer. Just slowly push this up, which turns on the PTO. Then we give it some throttle. Pounds. So now that the PTO is on, you can see this number moves a little more. Right now it's not too bad, but it can definitely do a lot when you're trying to get it down to 0 and it's going up and down the number. So alright, so you can see my uncle's back with the other mixer now. We're getting a little behind, so well, now we're just gonna go start putting silage in. You can see it's snowing out. I know it does have a effect on the feed sometimes. It's not too bad right now. It's not snowing like really. It's not really snowing that hard or anything. But I know it'll add moisture to the feed, which can be bad depending on how much moisture. But I know when we push into a pile like this, it tends to keep majority of the rain, snow off like the majority of the feed. So I guess the outside's the first foot or so of feed out there. That'll kind of get snow and rain on it, but the rest on the inside should be pretty good. So when we're putting whey in, we also like to have the PTO running. We do this because otherwise, if we just run the whey in, it'll kind of all drain out the mixer, and then we have a mess, and it'll all start running down that way. We do have a catch thing down there. It's kind of a waste of whey or feed, I guess. so I just got the next pen. We're about to dump this one. So all I do, I gotta let it mix for a little bit longer, but I'll extend the conveyor all the way, so that way I can just dump it right away, and then in about 30 seconds, or about a minute or so from now, I'll start dumping it. This right here is it's for the milk cows. It's about 18,500 pounds. And then I'll go all to this pen. Alright, so now we're just gonna lift the door up here. Then the feed should start just piling out, kinda. Just turn on the conveyor. So I'll get the feed. So it basically comes out right there. Alright. Usually I go in third gear, which is a little bit slower than walking speed. It's because we kind of want a nice even flow of feed, kind of. And just like that, we're unloading. So these cows they're pretty excited for the fresh feed because they're just getting back from milking. They weren't out all day. We scrape majority of the feed away right before we dump the load. That way they can have fresher feed, and then we'll usually give it to the heifers. So I believe the cows eat the most right when they come back from milking. Then usually they'll lay down, maybe eat a little more, and then within a couple hours or more, they'll get milked again. So, but I believe they eat the most though right after they get milked. So we're pretty excited for this stuff. Then over here you can see the number. It keeps going down as we dump. Pretty sure the scale, it's the mixer and the conveyor. So the conveyor, everything on there is weighed too. I'm pretty sure there's a scale on there. Then at the end I just shut it off like that, put it in reverse, and then we just back up. Alright, so right now it's on clean out. We run the tractor a little bit over 2,000 RPMs. This way it's spinning, we want the screw spinning as fast as possible, gets all the feed off of them, and cleans it out the best. You can see there's only about 700 pounds in here, so we're just going to go ahead and open the door. So we got a remote for that way we don't got to get out every time, because then we got to close it too. So, alright, so this is our feed supervisor. Here's how we kind of set it. So we usually zero the scale first, so we start at 0. We're gonna mix, so then we gotta find which group we're feeding for. So we got heifers, dry cow, milk cow. We want to do our, I believe, the pregnant heifer. So we just find the pen that it is. So that's pen 98 then. Then we just add the pen feeding weight, which is 7,100 pounds. And then just like that, we can start dumping stuff in. So he's about to dump some straw in. Alright, so now he's gonna dump in some alfalfa. I drove the mixer by the our corn bunker, or at least one of them. So he's just gonna dump a couple buckets in. This is that corn bunker that's really dry. I think it was 43. I believe it's 47 now. It's getting a little wetter as we go up, which is good. So we're feeding most of this, as much as we can at least, to the dry cows and heifers. So, all right, so he's gonna put another bucket in. Needs about 1,000 pounds more. subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.